We saw Dora, which was great. I thought of the part where Dora turns to the camera and she says, "Hitler's my hero," and then they never mentioned it again. But
hey, you guys. If you want to make money making movies, then you have to have people pay you, obviously, to do that. Usually, they look at stuff that you've already made, and they go, "Yeah, we like what you've made. We want you to make that for us." But sometimes you haven't made that, you know, when you're first starting. And so a good way to get started is to make what's called a spec commercial. A spec commercial is when you are essentially making a fake video or fake commercial. As an example, we have a couple ideas for commercials for vehicle dealerships, and we've never made a video for a vehicle dealership. So what we're gonna do is we're going to actually film a fake commercial for a dealership downtown, but we're trying to make something that we can send to them and say, "Look at this thing we made. We have more ideas like this. Can we meet with you and talk about this?" And then if they're interested, then they'll call you and you'll go in and share with them your ideas. It's a good way to get started if you haven't done much professional work. That's what I should have said to start this whole thing.
It's movie time.
I can't find a place to park. Light set up, I'm thinking we're gonna be back here with our awesome fisher dolly. Wow. And just backing up, slow dolly out. It's a 10-15 second video, and it's all one shot. Okay. Justin's gonna drive up, kind of at an angle like that. Get out of the car, deliver his line. This is how you filmmake?
This is how you filmmake?
This is how you filmmake. And go ahead and run through the line as well. So, Blake, let's have you walk out.
So a couple of tips for shooting your own spec commercial. With these kinds of things, it's kind of well known that you don't have a budget, you don't have all that stuff. And if you don't need a specific piece of equipment or gear or whatever, then you don't need it and you're good. But knowing that if and when you do get hired for a job, you definitely want to dish out a little bit extra money, because especially when you're working with a client for the first time, you want to put on the best images possible, because usually they'll hire you for more stuff. And any and all spec commercials that you shoot can be used in your portfolio, can be used on your website, things like that too. So even if everybody says no, you now have that video that you can say, "Hey, look, here's a spec commercial we shot," and that definitely helps when you're getting started. In those videos, you do still want to treat it as if it is a real commercial. So if it's going to be a funny commercial, make it a funny commercial. If it's going to be kind of a more serious one, stay away from jokes and gags and things like that. It's really important to be as close to what you're looking for as possible. So real professional, real serious.
Yes, hi. Toyota has finest luxury vehicles.
there's a lot of places Daynen Biggs is dragging me. What we're here doing is he won't tell me what we're seeing, and then we're gonna have to talk about it, right? Now I gotta figure out what we're watching. I think my pick, there was that the scary one, scary stories you tell in the dark, right?
Oh.
But now that I'm here, so we could be seeing Dora. But one thing Daynen did say, he gave me a clue. He said that it was a very good movie, right? So now I have to think, what does Daynen like to watch?
Did he say very good or surprisingly good?
So he said surprisingly good, right? So I guess I have to look at what Daynen likes to watch and doesn't like to watch. But I can tell you right now that I don't think he went to see Dora and was like, wow, that's a masterpiece. You know, I want to give him some credit. I had this idea when I was 6 years old. I was like, you know, it'd be funny. What if I had a dream where I woke up and the Beatles were gone?
You don't think it's a...
Angry Birds 2, when we pulled up, I saw a lot of Angry Birds 2 merchandise, and that's where I started getting worried, right? Because there's one thing I know about Daynen Biggs, Neal, you know this as well. He's got a room in his house, wall to wall, of Angry Birds toys. But he said it's surprisingly good, right? And if he's that big of an Angry Birds fanboy, it can't be surprisingly good. That's his gospel, right? He said he's got two loves in life, Either of them are the baby, by the way. One of them's Angry Birds, and the other's God. What are we talking about? How much you love your kid? How much do you love your kids?
Decent amount, I'd like to think.
You're on camera.
Fair enough.
Fair amount. Hold on.
I don't not love her, you know? Hold on.
I wish I
There you go.
Okay, keep going. Nope, keep going. Keep going. Any theories, Nate, on what you're seeing yet?
Well, I still think whatever I said out there. But the thing is, I keep seeing more movies. Like, I keep seeing posters. I'm like, oh.
Here's what I've noticed. All right, Daynen still won't tell me what it is. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've taken a look at the demographic of the people who are in the theater with us. Quite young. Okay. A few people walked by outside of the theater, and they were like, Dora, 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 blah, 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 as I walked by. Okay? I have some suspicions. I have hope. I have faith. And I still have trust that I think may be broken today. Thank you. So, first impressions.
It was. Where are you? Oh,
Hey,
it was
man.
good. Ah, man, they won't adjust. Like usually by we saw Dora, which was great. Can I tell you guys my favorite part real quick? Yeah. So it's after the spores part, you know, like where they get attacked by all the spores, and then Dora turns to the camera and she says, "Hitler's my hero," and then they never mention it again, but.
Hey, so we're starting a new series on this channel called Filmmakers React. Basically, we're gonna be getting a group of filmmakers together. We're gonna be reacting to movies as they come out from the perspective of filmmakers and basically dissect exactly what works, what doesn't work about those specific movies, and hopefully you as filmmakers will get a little bit out of it, you know.
Here's my issue, right? Stop, look at me, Hollywood.
My wife is holding my baby. She's sitting there just watching, and she does that freaked out baby face where she's just like,
Yeah.
and all of us were doing the same thing. We were all like, what the heck? So be sure to subscribe so you can see that when it comes out.
Watch it.
And the Lord